These are the Daily Tech headlines for Friday, September 13th, 2024. I'm Rob Dunwood. The U.S. Federal Drug Administration authorized the first over-the-counter hearing aid software intended to be used with compatible versions of Apple's AirPods Pro earbuds. This news comes after Apple, at its iPhone 16 event earlier this week, announced that its AirPods Pro 2 would eventually be able to be used as personalized hearing aids via an upcoming software update. Hearing loss is a significant public health issue impacting millions of Americans, said Michelle Tarver, acting director of the FDA Center for Devices and Radiological Health. More than 30 million American adults report some degree of hearing loss, and the authorization of an over-the-counter hearing aid software advances the availability, accessibility, and acceptability of hearing support, Tarver added. AI tech companies including Adobe, Anthropic, Cohere, Common Crawl, Microsoft, and OpenAI have laid out steps they're taking to prevent their platforms from being used to generate non-consensual intimate images of adults and child sexual abuse material. The Biden administration released a statement Thursday outlining these voluntary commitments, such as responsibly sourcing their data sets and safeguarding them from image-based sexual abuse, incorporating feedback loops to guard AI against models outputting image-based sexual abuse, and removing nude images from AI training datasets when appropriate. According to a paper published by the journal Science, chatbots may be better at swaying conspiracy theorists than actual humans. Experiments in which an AI chatbot engaged in conversations with people who believed at least one conspiracy theory showed that the interaction significantly reduced the strength of those beliefs. Because chatbots can so quickly access vast amounts of information across an enormous range of topics, they can precisely tailor counterarguments to each individual. LLMs are also not susceptible to being overwhelmed by the number of mistruths that come from those who strongly believe alternative facts. They simply cite counter evidence indefinitely. Microsoft is building new Windows security features to help security vendors' products work outside of the Windows kernel to prevent outages like the one caused by CrowdStrike, which took down 8.5 million Windows PCs and servers in July. Microsoft has discussed performance needs and the challenges for security vendors to operate outside of the kernel mode, along with the need for anti-tampering protection for security products and security sensor requirements. While Microsoft isn't directly saying it's going to close off access to the Windows kernel, it is clear that the early stages of designing a security platform that can eventually move CrowdStrike and others out of the kernel is in the works. 9to5 Google is reporting that Gemini Live is now rolling out to free Gemini users on Android. Gemini Live is the new voice mode for Gemini that lets users have free-flowing conversations with Gemini that was first made available for Gemini Advanced users a month ago. Though now available to free Gemini users, Gemini Live appears to still only work on select Android devices and is currently only available in English. OpenAI released a new model called O1, the first in a planned series of reasoning models which can tackle complex questions more effectively than previous models. While showing improved performance in tasks like coding and math, it is also more expensive and slower to use compared to other models like GPT-4o. The model utilizes training approaches involving reinforcement learning and aims to pave the way for more advanced AI capabilities in the future. The entire 25-person staff at Perna Interactive, the gaming division of Megan Ellison's Perna, has resigned after failing to convince Ellison to let them spin off its games division into a new company. This was one of the hardest decisions we've ever had to make, and we did not take this action lightly, said former President Nathan Gary. An Perna spokesperson said that the existing games and projects will remain under the company. And finally, driverless taxi startup Waymo and Uber have expanded their partnership to include Austin and Atlanta, where Waymo's robotaxis will only be available to hail for rides on Uber's app. The scope of the partnership will be significantly different in these two cities than it is in Phoenix. Waymo and Uber will share the responsibilities of operating a fleet of driverless ride-hail vehicles. Uber will take care of the management and services, and Waymo will provide the driverless vehicles and handle roadside assistance and customer service. For more discussion of the tech news of the day, subscribe to dailytechnewsshow.com. You can find show notes and links to all the headlines there as well. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.